We're in the home stretch. It's the final few days before the election on Tuesday. But first, my hair. Yes, it's gone. I cut it this morning. I cut my own hair. It was getting on my nerves. I was always sweeping it away from my face. It would get on my face and I didn't like it. Well, it's fine now. All right. Now, as for the election, I can make a few reliable predictions, I think. We probably won't know the winner before going to bed Tuesday evening. At least that's what they're saying on the news. Some states won't begin counting the early voting ballots, the mail-in ballots, until the polls close in their state. Then, if Biden has a clear lead, we can expect charges of voter fraud from Trump. He will challenge the results, especially if the expected blue shift becomes apparent. I've talked about the blue shift before. The protein shake, vanilla. Mail-in or drop box ballots are more often submitted by Democrats. Many don't have transportation to the polling places, or due to Republican efforts to suppress the vote, polling places are few and very far apart in predominantly Democratic voting districts. You don't believe me? It was reported on NPR today, this morning. I'm quoting the headline, "Hundreds of Iowa polling places shuttered due to COVID-19. Where? Again, quoting from the article, those affected by the changes overwhelmingly live in the state's urban areas, which reliably vote Democratic. In other words, Iowa, an important battleground state, this election is using COVID-19 as an excuse to close voting places where Democrats are likely to cast their ballots. According to Real Clear Politics, Biden has a 1.4 percentage point advantage over Trump in Iowa. So the Republicans in that state are desperate to tip the scales in their favor. So they're closing. Makes me sick. Okay, I mentioned in the past that I was not a voter. I voted this year, but I hadn't voted since Richard Nixon. It has been decades since I last voted. And one reason I personally boycotted the polls was the shenanigans. I didn't want to be a part of such a corrupt process. This year I voted because I really care. This election just seems so important. One of the books I read maybe a year ago, I can't remember which one, what the title was, it described the problem for Republicans. The author said the demographics in this country are changing. A greater percentage of the population is made up of people of color or other minorities, and they often vote Democratic. Young people are growing up and they're joining the ranks of voters, and they tend to vote Democratic. Older conservative Republicans are passing away, and therefore Republicans are finding it increasingly more difficult to preserve their power in this country. That is why Mitch McConnell is packing the federal courts with conservative justices. That is why Republicans are doing more and more to suppress minority voters. They can't hold back the blue tide forever, but they are desperately doing everything they can get away with to hold on to power. And we're seeing it more and more. All right. Enough of that. Maybe a few words about COVID-19 here in Southern California. I live in a college town, the University of California, Santa Barbara, famous for its Isla Vista student community. A long time ago, it was listed in Playboy magazine as having the best Halloween parties. Classrooms at the university are closed. Offices are closed. Most staff is working from home. Students are studying online. However, many of them are returning to Isla Vista. Why? To party? Coronavirus cases are spiking in Isla Vista. In the latest reports, the community has the highest rate of new infections in the county. I worry because I'm nearly 70 years old. Students shop for groceries. Now, most people here, I got to say, most people here are good about wearing masks. Still, the increasing rate of new infections here has me scared. I'm doing all I can to stay out of the stores. I try to limit my shopping errands to once every month or every other month. I've been buying groceries online, mostly from Amazon. Other items, I needed something from Best Buy today. I order online to pick up at the local store. They email me when it's ready to pick up. I go in, get the item, and leave. No lingering in the store. I went to Costco this morning to get my annual flu shot. Got a bandage on my arm where the guy gave me the shot. Now, I could go to my doctor's office, but that's where people go when they are sick. As much as I dislike being in grocery stores, I feel safer at Costco. And the flu vaccine was totally free. My insurance paid for it. Didn't cost me a single penny. At the doctor's office, I would need to pay a $20 copay just to walk in the front door. Anyways, that's some of the latest. Like I did last time in 2016, I might do a post-election kitchen vlog to record my impressions. I enjoy these. They're fun, and hopefully you enjoy them too. So thanks for listening.